Getting lean is going to change you, not just physically, mentally. And nobody talks about that part enough. Everyone is so focused on the abs, the jawline, the veins, but the real transformation, it happens in your mind. And if you've never been truly lean before, you don't understand the edge that will give you. Be honest. You've bulked, you've maintained, you've started a cut, but have you actually pushed through long enough to see what's underneath? Or did you quit when it got uncomfortable? Because getting lean requires something different. It requires restraint, and restraint builds sharpness. And the hunger that you're going to get, it's going to change you. When you're in a real cut, not starvation, but controlled deficit, you feel hunger. And hunger does something interesting. It forces awareness. It can't eat impulsively. It can't drift. It can't operate emotionally. It can't do anything if you need structure. You need planning, you need patience, and every time you choose discipline over impulse, you strengthen your self-control. And that carries over into money decisions, into dating, and how you respond to stress. Because you've trained your brain to pause instead of react, and that is real power. You're going to start to become more observant, and when you're lean, your energy is more controlled. You're not stuffed, you're not sluggish, you're not foggy, you're way more alert, more aware of your posture, more aware of your presence, more aware of how you move in the space. And that awareness builds confidence, not loud confidence, but quiet confidence. The kind where you don't need validation because you know what you did to build your body. Nobody gave it to you. Nobody paid to get that body for you. You earned it. Here's something subtle. When you get lean and look in the mirror, you don't just see muscle, you see evidence. Evidence of consistency, evidence of restraint, and evidence that you can follow through. And that changes how you carry yourself. You stop accepting less from yourself, from other people, from life, because you proved you can do hard things for extended periods. And that rewires your self-perception. And that discipline is going to carry over to other areas of your life. Most men underestimate this. When you commit to getting lean for 12 to 16 weeks, you build structured eating, sleep discipline, plan training, social boundaries, and emotional control. You start saying no more often, not aggressively, just clearly. No, that doesn't align right now. That is maturity. And people feel that. Let's address something calmly. When you get lean the right way, not extreme, not crash dieting, you often feel sharper, more focused, more driven. But why is that? Because you're sleeping better, training consistently, eating higher protein, and reducing your processed garbage. Managing stress intentionally. It's not magic, it's alignment. When your habits align, your drive increases. And drive is attractive, not just physically, but energetically. And then that gets you to the hard phase. Now let's be real. There will be weeks where progress slows, where the scale is going to barely move, where you feel flat in the gym. But that's the phase where most men quit. But if you push through that calmly, through the face of adversity, through the face of danger, you build something rare. Patience under pressure. Instead of panicking and changing everything, you stay steady, small adjustments, and keep going. That emotional control is more impressive than the abs. And staying lean is going to make you feel different. Once you've earned experience being lean and disciplined, you don't want to go back to the careless life you lived before. You're going to kill that old version of yourself. You don't want to feel bloated all the time. You don't want random eating. You don't want low energy. You start protecting your standard. And that's the mental edge. You're not obsessed. You're intentional. And there's a true difference between that. So the real benefit of all this, getting lean doesn't make you superior. It makes you disciplined. And disciplined men move differently. They think long term. They don't chase every impulse. They don't fold under short term discomfort. And that edge, it's visible. It's how you walk, how you speak, how you decide. Not because you're trying to be intimidating, but because you built proof for yourself. And if you've never been truly lean, you owe it to yourself to experience it once. And don't do it for the wrong reasons. Not for the validation, not for Instagram, but for your own self-knowledge. Just to get an idea, to see what you're truly capable of. Because once you build that version of yourself, you can't unsee it. And in life, that's when everything changes.